noticed how you took a lot of time to come back there so the camera would catch your last name. Actually, your grandfather's last name.
That's right. And probably his father as well.
I think that's how it works.
Yes, something like that, yes.
You're right. So, my man, here we are again, the Basketball Guys, episode 1076.
Already?
Oof, man. Time flew.
Time flew, my man.
You aged. I remember when you got that shirt, it was too big for you. And today, it's too big for you.
I got this shirt in the NBA store around 10 years ago.
And they had an Interdonado left.
Yes. It was in the back store, my man. This was when printing your own name on the jersey was new. So I was one of the first, and I spent a lot of money on this.
We're pioneers here at the Basketball Guys.
Exactly. So now we're watching the second half of the doubleheader between the Mavericks and the Lakers, or dare I say, my Mavericks and your Lakers, my man.
If you mean the Lakers of Mikan, and of Jabbar, and of Cedric Sabalos, I'd say yes, my Lakers. But these Lakers are not my Lakers. No. I hate this team.
No.
Kobe, I'm watching this game. He gets bailed out by the refs. He gets bailed out by Gasol. He gets bailed out by Artest. He's playing like he's 60 years old.
Yeah.
I hate this guy. I don't know if I mentioned I hate this guy. I can't watch this anymore. The Mavericks are horrible. Nowitzki deserves to be expelled from the NBA and of any basketball court in the world.
Just take back his MVP.
Please, and give it to Nash.
No MVP. Look, we're watching the game. It's a fourth quarter. The Lakers are up big. I doubt that we'll be re-recording this podcast because the Mavericks made a huge comeback.
Not unless Mark Aguirre comes into this game, man.
So basically, what do you have, man? You have the Lakers, Bynum and Gasol, too much size for the Mavericks, too much size for anyone in the NBA other than the Celtics. You know what? Artest is playing good, hitting some threes. We were discussing that. Wouldn't this team be better off without Kobe?
Man, he's not even in their best first 7 players.
You put Shannon Brown in instead of Kobe on the starting lineup. This team is better.
And I love Chris Brown.
And Shannon.
But who does the Dougie better?
My man, what are you doing, my man?
I love it, man.
Was that the Macarena, man?
That's the Dougie within the... It'll be on the next podcast where I pull my dance. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to read some emails. I'm going to read the email that we received. Let's see. I'm just going to choose one here at random from the many that we get.
Yes.
Here we have one from James Johnson from
so Double J.
Somewhere in the USA.
Yes, Double J from the USA.
Double J from the USA says, "Hey basketball guys, love your show and your fancy clothes. But sometimes it seems like you guys are unprepared. It seems like almost as if you guys just sit down, turn on that camera, and just say whatever comes to your head."
Right.
My man, what was this guy's name again?
James Johnson.
James Johnson, the name you know. That couldn't be further from the truth. We here at the Basketball Guys work hard every week, all week. We have a team, a producer, an assistant. There's somebody getting Louis a cafe latte as we speak. Your personal assistant.
Yes, and here it is.
There it is. We work very hard. We always know what to say next.
So what are we saying next one?
We talked about the Mavs Lakers.
Talked about the Mavs Lakers, my man.
Maybe we should answer an email.
Another email?
Another.
All right, man. Let me check my emails, my man.
Check what you got.
Because now James Johnson looks to be correct, my man.
I don't know how you figure.
I don't know, man. He seems to have called us on it. So
do you
let's
like
see what we got here, man.
Do you like my Orlando Magic tracksuit.
Well, man, I'd like to know
Track jacket.
when you purchased this one. How long ago was this?
I
My man?
purchased this jacket in 1995.
Whoa, my man. Some of our viewers weren't born yet.
They probably weren't. Some of my ex-girlfriends weren't either. No, that doesn't sound right. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got an email here. Man. It's from Chris from New York.
New York.
Yeah, he's saying,
Hey,
basketball
forget
guys.
about it.
It doesn't say that though. It says, hey basketball guys, love the show. You guys have to release more podcasts. We would, Chris, but it takes a while to record these things, and I don't know, we're just not that good.
We also work for the man during the week.
we work for a living.
Well, I used to work for the man.
So Chris is asking here, after 3 weeks, what do you think of the Melo trade?
Oh man, I think Donnie Walsh was building a team. Mozgov, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler.
Yeah.
Those guys weren't the best players, but they were the right players in their spots, whoever they were going to be, whether they were going to be the fifth player, the sixth player, seventh, in a role of importance.
Yes.
He was building that team. Felton was great with Amari. That psychologically they were there, man. They wanted to be there. Now, of course, Carmelo was awesome, but you hurt the team. It's obviously for It's like you made a deal for the future when you already had a bright future.
Yeah.
So I don't like it, man.
I'll take the other side of it. It's they're struggling right now. This season, you can write it off. They had to do what they had to do to get Melo. They have Melo now. Does he fit in with Amari? Maybe not perfectly. But you weren't winning any championships with Amari, Felton, Chandler, and Gallinari. So they gave themselves a shot at building around Melo and Stoudemire instead of Stoudemire only, right?
Yeah.
So look, not this year, but maybe next year they can pick up a piece or two. I know it doesn't look good now, but I wouldn't be surprised if within 2 years they're contending. One thing they got to do is get a big man and some good role players, obviously. And another thing they got to do is get rid of Mike D'Antoni. He's no good. He only coaches one way. That way it has been proven not to work, even though we love Nash. Even Nash could make it work for a championship. So get a big man, get rid of D'Antoni. I think it'll pay off, but I understand why you would say that so far hasn't worked out. But
maybe even get a new owner.
Well, yeah, actually it starts at the top. That guy has to go.
Guy's horrible.
So basically, Chris, that's what we think about the Melo trade. And well, that'll be it for this podcast. And tune in next time where James Johnson will see that we are prepared.